Yeah, good.
Everyone, please make sure that your mics are muted. Very important.
Yeah, good.
I can't mute your mics. Or
Everyone, please make sure that your mics are muted. Very important.
Okay, now how do I get over to the stream?
Yeah, good.
I can't mute your mics. Or
Bam. All right, there we go. Hey, how's it going, everybody? How is everybody doing? Okay, so in the next 15 minutes, I'm going to tell you exactly why you are getting outbreaks and what to do about it. Okay. Do you have an outbreak that doesn't seem to want to go away, even if you take something for it? Do you get outbreaks so frequently that you spend more time with an outbreak than not? Okay. Are you tired of getting outbreaks, even if it's only once a year? Okay, if that's you, well, listen up, because today I'm going to tell you why you keep getting these outbreaks and what you need to do about it so you can stop it and live peacefully. Okay. All right. So if you like learning about topics like this one today, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell and turn on notifications to get future educational videos, and also give us a thumbs up to help us gain some traction and help others find our channel. Okay. So first, let's talk about what to do about your outbreaks, and then I'll tell you why you are getting them so you can know what changes you need to make to avoid them in the future. Okay. So first, there's a wide range of things that can be used on outbreaks, from a cyclovir that you'll get from your doctor to essential oils, vaginal steams, detox baths, diet changes, and more. So I'm going to go over a variety of the basics. So these essential oils are helpful for outbreaks. They need to be diluted because they're not actually oils, but they're plant essence, and it can burn the skin. So diluted in grapeseed oil, which is antiviral, antimicrobial, antibacterial, and antifungal. A lot of people use coconut oil. You'll see a lot of people online that's recommending coconut oil as a carrier oil, but it has a high viscosity, meaning that it's thick and it's a bit harder for your skin to absorb, which is the truth, despite what you see online from like a real product maker who does the research and stuff. Okay, so grapeseed oil is a lot thinner and easier and quickly absorbed into the skin. You can get any grapeseed oil found in a cooking oil aisle of the grocery store, or you can get the Skins In that I have inside my web store, which has my blend of essential oils in it. Okay, so let's see. All right, so you can get any grapeseed oil at the cooking oil aisle in the grocery store. So the type of essential oils that are helpful are going to be lavender, eucalyptus, tea tree, neem, lemon balm, lemongrass, and peppermint. Okay. If you don't know how to mix the essential oils yourself, you can just purchase my blend that I have in my web store at tarasdetox.com. Hey, Robbie, do you guys know of any essential oils that I may have missed? Is there something different that you're using that I didn't have in my list up here? If there is, just feel free to share with the community. Okay. So if you like vaginal steams, you can use mint, lemon balm, lemongrass, and lavender buds to help soothe and relieve an outbreak. Oh, thank you, Ravi. So you can make your own vaginal steam, and those would be the herbs that you would use for it. Okay, now let's talk about the diatomaceous earth, different types of clays that you can use. So diatomaceous earth, diatomaceous earth, it's made from diatoms, which is sea life. Okay, we got some suggestions here. What about black seed oil? Well, black seed oil is not an essential oil. It is a carrier oil. So what we're talking about are essential oils, which is something that you would add to carrier oil. So yes, you can add it to black seed oil. You can try black seed oil by itself. That's another option that you can use for HSV outbreaks. Okay, so about this diatomaceous earth or bentonite clay, it's great for outbreaks. It's absorbent with an opposite magnetic charge from the virus. So it attracts and it pulls it, and then it traps it in the clay. So there's multiple ways to use diatomaceous earth and bentonite clay. You can drink it, you can bathe in it, and you can make a paste with it. Okay. So first, I'll give you the directions for drinking it. Both bentonite clay and diatomaceous earth are highly magnetic clays and are said to destroy parasites and more so that you can release them. It is so it also absorbs heavy metals while delivering a healthy dose of collagen and other minerals like calcium, which improves skin elasticity and reduces wrinkles. It also helps to absorb other nutrients. So what you're going to do is mix a teaspoon of the clay into a bottle of water. Any regular bottle of water, 12 to 16 ounce bottle of water is fine. Just put a teaspoon in there, shake it up, and then drink it. Okay. Let's see where I left off. Okay, you're going to drink it straight. So don't eat for 2 hours before or after drinking this mixture because it's very absorbent. It's so absorbent that it will absorb the nutrients right out of your food, which might make you feel fatigued. Okay, if you're feeling sleepy or tired from doing this, drinking diatomaceous earth, you might be eating too soon to you drinking it, and it may be absorbing the nutrients from your food. So you'll see people online that recommend eating diatomaceous earth mixed with yogurt, mixed with oatmeal, mixed with whatever. I don't recommend doing that because people actually tried it out with me some years ago. And what it was doing was absorbing the nutrients from those foods. So don't do it. Okay. Just eat it, drink it on an empty stomach. Don't mix it into your food, despite what people online say. We tested it out with a bunch of people. Okay. So, so let's see, the best time to drink it is at night before bed or at least 2 hours after dinner. Also make sure you drink extra water the following day because of its high absorbency. Now to bathe in it, you're going to take a half a cup, like a real measuring cup, which I don't have a measuring cup, but I do have one right here. So this is a measuring cup for cooking, and it has on there a half a cup. Like, well, this one is a cup, but the ones that's for a half a cup, it says it right here. So you're not just grabbing out just any random cup from out your kitchen and saying, oh, I'm gonna do half of this cup. No, you're gonna get a measuring cup and you're gonna use a half a cup of your clay. And you're gonna mix it with tap water. So you can put it in whatever container, stir it around, okay, mix it up real good, and then add it to your warm bath water. If you try to just put it straight into the tub, it'll fall to the bottom and it won't mix well. Even if you try to agitate it with your legs, it still won't do, you won't get the full benefit, okay? So you're gonna soak in the tub for at least 20 minutes. If you want to stay in there longer, you can. Now, after soaking, you can wash with your favorite bath soap. Some people like to take a shower before soaking in the clay bath, but it is unnecessary. Okay. The link to the clay bath that I recommend is going to be in the link of the description when I get done recording this video. So another thing you can do is just light the candle to set the mood and add a few drops of some pure lavender essential oil or some lavender buds or mint leaves for an extra kick in your tub. Okay. In your little detox bath. Now, after taking your bath, you can apply Skinzen. Where we at? Here we go. You can apply the Skinzen elixir, grapeseed oil all over your body to help keep down itchy viral shedding, and especially on the outbreak, wherever you have the outbreak. So just as a warning for ladies, never take these baths 2 days in a row, the apple cider vinegar bath. So that's, did I get to that part yet? Okay. I haven't. So that's in the next part. All right. So here's how to make it into a paste. So you take your diatomaceous earth or your bentonite clay, calcium bentonite clay. Okay. And you can make it into a paste and apply it to outbreaks. So you're going to take your clay, you're going to mix it with water, or you can mix it with grapeseed oil, and you're going to apply it directly to the outbreak, and you're going to let it just stay there. Okay. Depending on the type of outbreak or the irritation or where the outbreak is located, you can even put the paste onto a pad, like a maxi pad or a panty liner, and well, maybe not a panty liner, but a pad, and put it into your underwear. Okay. There's no time limit to keeping the clay on. You can take a shower in the morning and apply it, and then you can leave it on the whole day until you get home and take your bath that night. Okay, it will absorb the infection. And if the outbreak is very, very painful, you can apply the dry clay like directly to the sore, okay, and just let it sit. Now let it air dry and get as much air as possible when you're alone and at home. That will help dry it out too. Let's see where I'm at. Okay, then you want to apply the Skinzen elixir or some regular grapeseed oil with your choice of essential oils added to it. And I've also seen people successfully make a paste out of spirulina. So they just take the spirulina powder, add water to it, and then also apply that to outbreaks as well to make it quickly go away. Okay, now I'll share one last easy and affordable method to, did I go over all of the ones with the paste? All right, I said how to drink it, how to make the clay, and then how to bathe in it. Okay, so I'll share one last easy and affordable method to soothe and speed your recovery from an outbreak. And it's going to be the apple cider vinegar and baking soda bath, which is great. Okay. Let's see. Apple cider vinegar is known to soften your skin, annihilate fungus, balance the vaginal pH, balance the hair and skin's pH, and promote the sustainability of the good bacteria balance on and in your body. Okay, that's what apple cider vinegar is good for. To take this bath, you're going to add 5 cups of apple cider vinegar to a 32 ounce bottle. So if you have like I don't think I have any more 32 ounce bottles, but it's like the single bottles of apple cider vinegar in the store is 32 ounces. You can just add one of those bottles. That's like a more sensitive dose. And then you're going to add about 1/4 to a 1/2 cup of baking soda into a full tub of warm water or water temperature of your choice. But it has to be a full tub of water. Okay, keep that in mind. Now you're going to soak for at least 20 minutes. You do not need to use soap in this bath at all, but you can use whatever soap you prefer to use while taking this bath. Again, after getting out the tub, you can apply the Skins In Elixir. Okay. Or you can apply any grapeseed oil of your choice with the essential oils of your choice added to it. Okay. And remember, we talked about what essential oils you're going to use earlier in this recording. Okay, so, and you're going to apply that all over your body, and especially to where you are feeling the irritation or feeling an outbreak. Okay, now let me skip back up to the part where, okay, so if you're experiencing BV and yeast infections, this is going to be what you're going to do. So first of all, you need to know that with the apple cider vinegar baths, you need to space them out with a day in between. Never take them days in a row. Okay. Never take them more than 2 days in a row or just 2 days in a row. You always want to do it every other day. So the method that's inside of my full detox manual is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But if you want to just take them every other day, that's fine. Is olive oil good? Olive oil is okay. The oils that I talk about are the ones that I recommend that are good, but olive oil it's all right. But for what we're doing, grapeseed oil works the best for what we're doing. Okay. So, BV and yeast, that's where I was. Okay. So if you experience BV and yeast infections, this bath is excellent for you, the ACV bath, apple cider vinegar. After the bath, soak a tampon in grapeseed oil and a little bit of witch hazel and insert it into your vajayjay for about 2 to 4 hours at a time. And if you need to, you can take it off and you can insert another one if you want to. And then now that happens after your bath. Now, if you are running around all day or you went to the gym working out and you notice that you have a little odor, you're like, oh, let me do that tampon thing. You have to take a bath before you enter the tampon. You can't enter the tampon into a vagina that needs to be washed because then it will not work. You need to wash out any bacteria or whatever that's going on in there first. Wash out as much of that as possible, and then you can insert that tampon. Or another method would be to just get that Skins In or that grapeseed oil on your fingers. Okay. And then you just want to insert them like this to get the oil all around there. And then you can repeat after another bath or shower. Okay. All right. Let me go down here. Shh. Okay. All right, next. So besides the essential oils, clay, and vinegar bath, some people choose to take a supplement called Lysine, Lysine. Lysine is an amino acid, which is a basic protein. Amino acids are the building blocks to life. So when they say they found life on Mars, what they are finding is the building blocks to life, aka proteins, also known as amino acids. So long-term side effects of taking lots of lysine, some people just pop them a lot. They get a lot of outbreaks. That's what we're talking about today, persistent outbreaks. And they'll just pop lysine all the time to try to keep it at bay. But the long-term effects of taking a lot of lysine includes urinary tract infections and high liver enzymes. Okay, so it's much healthier to aim to add high lysine foods to your diet rather than just supplementing with lysine. Okay. So there's another amino acid that is important for herpes replication that we need to discuss too, and that's called arginine. Now, arginine and lysine are both amino acids that are responsible for assisting your body in healing and repairing injuries within the body. For example, when you feel the burn from a workout, you are feeling microscopic muscle tears. The body then releases arginine, a protein, to the area to repair and bulk up more muscle. That's how you build muscle, okay? But arginine is also what the herpes virus uses to create its cell wall and replicate. So it's highly attracted to areas in the body where arginine is present. For example, inflammation, wounds, surgery, whatever needs to heal, bruises, okay, working out and feeling the burns, sore, tired muscles. Now, both arginine and lysine are found in nature. It's found in natural foods like fruit, vegetables, meat, dairy, grains, etc. Arginine is produced by the body and found in food. I think I got that. Found in food. And lysine, okay, I didn't say that. Arginine is produced by the body and found in food, but lysine is not produced by the body. It's only found in food, okay? But it's still essential. You got to get it in your diet. So most amino acids are destroyed in the process of manufacturing processed foods. So you're not going to really find too many amino acids, proteins in your processed foods like McDonald's and other heavily processed junk foods, okay? Bastardized amino acids that ain't even gonna function right. So now that you understand the key point of arginine being the major factor responsible for herpes replication and outbreaks, let's jump into why you are having these outbreaks so that you can prevent them in the future. Okay. Scroll down. So first of all, some people who switch to a vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian, or another generally healthy diet may experience an increase in outbreaks if they are eating foods that have high amounts of arginine and a low lysine content. Okay. So that's why some people, when you're switching over to this healthy diet, you start to get all of these outbreaks. Now, lysine cancels out arginine in equal amounts. So it's important to try to get more lysine than arginine in your diet, or eat foods that are specifically higher in lysine than arginine. If you are changing your diet to a healthier one, this is going to be important. Okay, so some high arginine foods you should avoid if you are getting outbreaks: severe back pain. Okay, let me see. If you're getting these symptoms, then you need to avoid some of these high arginine foods that I'm naming, which might be in your diet. Okay. So if you're getting outbreaks, severe back pain, skin irritations, okay, then if you're eating nuts, seeds, oats, like in granola, almond, coconut milk, oat milk, quinoa, chickpeas, grapes, plus a whole lot more, okay, that is what's causing or contributing to those outbreaks, okay? To find the arginine lysine balance in foods you eat, go to nutritiondata.self. That's a website that you can go to. Just type it in on Google, nutritiondata.self, and it will pull up the actual rest of however the website goes. It might be nutritiondata.self.com. I don't know. I just type in nutritiondata.self and it pulls it up. Okay. So let's see. All right. Where did I leave off? Okay, nutritiondata.self. Okay, and then you're gonna, once you go to that website and you type in whatever food you're looking for, you're gonna scroll down to the bottom where it says proteins, and it lists out the proteins and the amount of proteins in each food. And you're gonna look to see if it's higher in lysine or if it has more arginine. Does it have more lysine? Does it have more arginine? Okay, you can also Google high lysine, low arginine food lists, and then fact check the foods you're interested in on those lists with nutritiondata.self. I think I just switched to vegetarian. Okay. All right. So another major cause of outbreaks is high sugar consumption. If you are eating a lot of fruit, are you eating fruit that are higher in arginine than lysine? Because some people might say, oh, well, I don't even eat very much sugar. All I eat is fruit, and I'm still getting outbreaks. Well, besides the high sugar content, are you eating fruit that are higher in arginine than lysine? Because that could really be the problem. So sugar is an energy source for herpes, and if it comes topped with arginine, best believe the herpes is looking like a picnic. So sodas, candies, pies, pastries, energy drinks, and high arginine fruit all can contribute to outbreaks and yeast overgrowth and BV infections. So if you have HSV, you're constantly getting BV infections, constantly getting yeast infections, or if you haven't been diagnosed with HSV yet, but you're constantly getting BV infections and yeast infections, you need to look at your sugar consumption with the things that I just named: sodas, candies, pies, pastries, energy drinks, high arginine fruit. Okay, contributes to that. And then another one is that a lot of people who have HSV1 kind of like don't consider themselves having herpes. Another one, a lot of people who have cold sores, who get cold sores and fever blisters, are in denial that they have herpes, when every single fever blister and every single cold sore that's ever happened in existence is herpes virus. That's what it is. A fever blister and a cold sore is herpes virus. So if you ever get fever blisters, cold sores, or if you ever got them in your life and you're constantly getting BV and yeast infections, but you test negative for HSV2, and your doctor says, oh, well, you're good on your STD panel. Well, guess what? HSV1 is not included on STD panels. Okay. So that cold sore, that fever blister you have HSV1, and that's what's causing your persistent BV and yeast infections. Okay. Or systemic yeast infections, where you got candida coming out your skin or on your tongue is white coated. We don't want that. Okay. So next, let's move on to the next cause. So, okay, now working out is great, but the combination of arginine being released from you working out, we already talked about why that happens. When you work out, you feel the burn, your body releases arginine to repair the muscle tears, which bulks up and layers up more muscles and gives you bigger muscles. Okay, so we already know that arginine is being released when we work out. Now, the combination of the arginine being released from working out, workout powders, if you're drinking them, with these artificial ingredients and artificial sugars, and a high arginine protein powders. So there's just protein powders out there, vegan protein powders, and they're vegan protein powders that have vegetables that are high arginine content. Okay. And this is contributing to your frequent outbreaks, muscle spasms. This is for people who work out, muscle spasms, and a longer and tougher recovery period after your workouts, and muscle fatigue. This is reported to me by a bunch of people who work out. You can still get protein in your diet, but you will have to max out on high lysine, low arginine proteins like cooked greens. Also know that, yes, you do need to cook your greens, because raw greens may have a few more nutrients, but in its raw state, it can also rob you of your key nutrients. Okay, it can rob you of your key nutrients, and you can start getting Charlie horses, or it can even weaken your kidneys, okay, and stress your kidneys out from the potassium oxalates that's in the greens. Greens are high in potassium oxalates, and if you're eating a lot of them, it will cause you to, it will stress your kidneys out, and then it will damage your kidneys. So you have to first, you pick up where I left off, okay? So it's very important to soak your greens. You need to soak your dark leafy greens for about an hour in water and a little bit of vinegar. And then you're going to rinse them under running water to remove any pesticides or bacteria that was floating on the top layer of that water. Okay. And then you're going to cook them thoroughly to get all of the benefits from these greens without any harm. You're going to lose a few nutrients, but that doesn't matter, because if you were going to eat it raw, it was going to rob you of nutrients. And then that's what leads to Charlie horses and this and the other. And that's why some people can eat as much greens as they want to, and they still got low iron, and they got to take iron pills, because you're not able to benefit from the iron that's in the greens because you're eating them raw. Okay. All right. So next. All right. Cook them thoroughly. After a workout, drink a bottle of water with a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar and a teaspoon of baking soda added to help replenish your muscles and aid in recovery. It will replenish you. It will give your muscles in your body that shock and that, like, you know, when you drink something, when you're really thirsty and you feel replenished, like, oh, I really needed that. You'll get that feeling from drinking that water, which is the tonic, a teaspoon of vinegar, a teaspoon of baking soda, and a bottle of water. Shake it up and just drink that after your workout, and then don't eat for an hour after. Okay. And that's going to help to aid in your recovery, and it's going to bring down some of that viral load that's trying to give you activity in your muscles too, because that tonic that you'll be drinking, apple cider vinegar tonic, is going to go through your bloodstream and reach out to those muscles. All right. So next, a diet that contains no nutrients provides not the recipe needed for your cells to properly carry out their functions. One important function being the immune system's creation of antibodies, which keeps the herpes virus in check as best it can. Antibodies can attack herpes that's not yet inside a cell, like when it's moving from cell to cell. But once it's inside a cell, it is then protected because the cells it chooses to infect are nerve cells, which the body dares not kill since it's not easily reproduced. Okay, so if your diet consists of only junk food, frozen food, candy, Snickers, Kit Kat, sodas, the dollar juices out the store, straight bullshit. Okay. If your diet consists of only that, chances are you are malnourished and you're not supplying your body with the nutrients needed for your immune system to function properly and create antibodies. So you may find yourself getting sick from time to time, more frequently catching a cold, always having like a little runny nose or something, but also having lots of outbreaks, lots of acne, lots of skin issues, eczema, things like that. That is from your diet that is just way too junky. Okay. That's why and then also the person who has a diet where they consume no nutrients like that, they also probably test negative on the herpes blood test because they don't have enough antibodies to produce a positive result. That means the herpes virus is running around in their body doing as it will. Okay. Herpes virus said, do as thou wilt. It is the whole of the law. And it's in there doing all of that. Okay. And we don't want it in there doing what it wants to do inside of our body. So we have to get it under control. All right. And the things that we're talking about today will help you do that. All right. So next. Okay. Now the last cause may be a bit of a shocker. Okay. If you are having repeat BV, yeast, repeat outbreaks, yeast, or BV infections, and you did not fit into any of the above scenarios, you just might be consuming an herbal supplement. Okay. You might be taking some herbs. Okay. Or you might do mini cleanses and juice fasts from time to time. And each time you do it, you disturb the virus a bit and may possibly cause it to strengthen in the form of mutations. Okay. There are 8 different types of herpes that affect human beings. But did you know that HSV2 has many different mutations? That's why one person can have HSV2 and get together with someone else who has HSV2. And once they have intercourse with no protection, under the right circumstances where both of them may be having some viral activity going on, one person will contract the other person's strain of HSV2. Now they don't just have their strain of HSV2. Now they have the other person's mutation of HSV2 in their body also. So now they start getting outbreaks and start getting all kinds of irritations and all kinds of things like that happening that they did not experience before. And they're like, well, damn, I already had it. So why is this happening now? It's because they had a different mutation from you. And by you taking different herbs, not having the, did I go into it? I did. So let me pick up on my notes and go from there. Okay. So yes, I know you're trying to be healthy and get your life in order, but you have to pay attention to the arginine, lysine content in everything. If you have herpes and outbreaks are a part of your life, you got to pay attention to everything. If you got HSV and outbreaks are a part of your life, you can't rule out nothing. You have to take into consideration everything that you are doing. So we're going to talk about these herbs. All right. You have to pay attention to the arginine, lysine content and everything. Okay. If you don't have outbreaks, persisting yeast or BV infections, chronic neck, back, hip, or joint pain or kidney issues, then you don't need to change a thing. Okay. Those are the real serious, the ones that really get people. Okay. Those are the things that people may not even take into consideration all the time that is being caused by HSV. And that's what I teach you guys in the class with my diagrams. So if you're having persistent yeast or BV infections, chronic neck, back pain, hip pain, joint pain, kidney issues, okay, then that is being caused by HSV if you also have HSV. All right. But if you're not experiencing any of those issues, then if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So if you're not experiencing outbreaks and you eat quinoa and you work out, and you do all of these things that I named on here, then that means that this just doesn't apply to you. This is actually for the people who are experiencing these issues. And I'm telling them why it is that they are experiencing it. And anything that it falls into these categories right here. Okay. Did I name something that does not touch on somebody's category? Did I miss anything? Let me know. Did I miss anything? Okay. All right. So if you are experiencing these issues, I've covered why and what to do about it. Okay. And if you want to join my free community, you can head over to tarasdetox.mn.co, TARAS. Okay. Detox, DETOX.mn.co, and make a profile using your initials to remain anonymous. And you'll get invites to my live classes and more. And if you would like to book a consultation with me for more insight on your personal situation, okay, and a collaboration on a little situation for you to get some relief. Then head over to tarasimmons.as.me. And now let's open it up for any questions. Do we have any questions or comments about any of the things that I've shared with you guys today so far? Let me scroll up and see if I missed anything on Instagram. I can't actually see the comments on YouTube, but I think that's fine. All right, let's go, my friend Robbie. Okay, you said what herbs for the vaginal steam? The vaginal steam section. Well, you guys can also definitely watch the replay because I think I got this out. I did it in about 30 minutes. I gave you all of the meat and the potatoes of this in 30 minutes. So you guys, whatever questions you have, you can go and ask them now. But I think it was pretty thorough. Let me scroll up to the vaginal steam area. Okay, vaginal steams. You can use mint, lemon balm, lemongrass, and lavender buds. Okay, and lavender buds. Okay. All right, you need to watch this later. You can find it on my YouTube channel. All right, and olive oil is just okay. All right, you just switched to vegetarian. You have to be careful switching to vegetarian because a lot of the foods that do not cause herpes virus to replicate is not let me tell you, meat is high in lysine, low in arginine. It's not really contributing to your viral replication. It's not, okay? Meat is higher in lysine, lower in arginine. Dairy, milk, cheese, yogurt, all dairy is higher in lysine than arginine. It is not really contributing to your herpes outbreaks. Yes, it is mucus forming, so that means that you don't want to have a whole lot of it, okay? But it's not something that is largely important for you to cut out if you want to cut out herpes outbreaks, and that is the truth of the matter, all right? Really, that old terrible Euro diet, I ain't gonna get on it, but that old terrible diet, that diet is actually that European diet. I could have said it in a different way, but that European diet is actually not going to cause very many outbreaks. It will help you to be able to live with it in peace if that's what you're trying to do. Now, if you're trying to actually not live with it in peace and you want to test yourself down to in that negative range and then not have to worry about it no more, then hit me up and we can talk about it too. But I wanted to give a lot of people information on how to actually live with it if that's what you're deciding to do, because not everybody believes that they can do something about it. And you being able to do something about it to wipe it from your life completely, you have to believe that you can do that. So I don't want to convince anybody of what they can and cannot do. I only want to be the facilitator of what you feel you can do. I can help you if you want to totally get it from your life, or I can help you if you feel like it's with you forever and you just want to eat better, okay? And not get outbreaks and not transmit it, okay? All right, so let me scroll down, see what else, if there's anything else that I missed here. Alafia, Chris and Tat. Are there any herbs to avoid? Okay, that is a very good question. Now, when it comes down to herbs, there is no arginine lysine content available for herbs because it has not been broken down yet. Okay, they have in the laboratories, they got our celery, they got our cheese, they got our mangoes, our pineapples, and they're able to see those things. But when it comes down to like your sarsaparilla or your burdock root, there's nobody who has provided us with arginine lysine content. There's nothing on the internet that's giving you arginine lysine content. I actually did find something that was breaking down amino acids in herbs, but it wasn't free. It was a study that cost like hundreds of dollars. So I couldn't buy it. But yeah, so I can't tell you what herbs to avoid. I just say as a rule of thumb, if you are taking herbs and you find that you are having outbreaks, stop taking them. Okay, stop taking them. If you need to get on a cleanse, a full body type of situation, and you also have HSV, I highly recommend getting in touch with me so that you can work on any other area of your health that you're interested in while not disturbing HSV, so that you're not getting all of these outbreaks while you're trying to take care of something that you might feel more important. Okay. So that's how we do it there. And in my process, we don't use any herbs so that it does not disturb anything. and it's still fast acting. All right, so I saw that mangoes and apples have more lysine than arginine. Are they okay to eat for HSV or no because of the sugar? So the things that I'm talking about today are not, I'm not talking about my cleanse or my program at all today. I'm only giving general information for people who have HSV. So if you find foods that are high in lysine, you're free to eat any of that, okay? But you have to pay attention to how it works for your body. So if you find that when you start eating those mangoes and you start eating apples, and if you're eating a lot of it and you feel like you're getting some viral activity still, then you might want to cut back on it, or you might want to examine all the other things that you're eating in your diet too, to see if those might be causing the issue. But the foods that are higher in lysine than arginine typically are not going to cause you to get any outbreaks. Even if it has a high sugar content, it just depends. And what I mean is fruits that are sweet, like mangoes and apples are sweet. Let me specify. But if you find personally that you're experiencing something, tingling, itching, increased back pain, increased brain fog, increased fatigue, then it could be that diet change, and it may be too much sugar in that regard. Okay. Are pomegranates good? Well, let me tell you how you can go look up if pomegranates are good for yourself. So you're going to go to nutritiondata.self and you're going to type in pomegranates, and then you're going to scroll down to the bottom, and you're going to down to where it says proteins. It's on there. It's going to give you carbohydrates. It's going to tell you how much zinc and all of that stuff. And it's going to get to a section where it says proteins. And you're going to look at the list of proteins, and you're going to see, oh, it's got 24 milligrams of lysine and it's got 58 milligrams of arginine. Okay, it's higher in arginine, so I'm not going to eat it. Okay, I just made those numbers up, so don't take those numbers for truth. But that's how you look up if pomegranates are good for you or not. And I don't know if you're one of my clients because we're here on Instagram, but if you're one of my clients, then get into the group and you can ask me that question there, and then I'll go and I'll, research it for you and look it up. But that's how you look it up on your own if you don't want to rely on me doing it. Okay, so are there any herbs that are safe? So herbs that I have found that I don't think will really give a problem, chaparral. I've had people taking chaparral who were not getting an increase in outbreaks, who were doing fine. And then also sarsaparilla.
That's how be at work when you start partying.
Okay, so sarsaparilla is the other one. So sarsaparilla and chaparral are the two that I found that did not really cause any outbreaks or but again, I cannot verify the arginine lysine content, but those are two. Okay, and then let's see. Hey, Dope Life Coach. Thank you. All right, great. Perfect, yes. Sarsaparilla. All right, so if those are all the questions that we have today, thank you so much, Desirable Sweets. If those are all the questions that we have today, make sure that you get into the free community with me, tarasdetox.mn.co. If you want to learn more about how you can actually remove these things from your life totally and achieve that negative range on the test, okay, then make sure that you tap in with me. And then I'll go ahead and explain all of that good stuff to you. Next week, we're going to have a class again next Wednesday. So make sure that you register for that by texting session 2404-737-1371. And I'm going to see you guys later. Bye, y'all.